What's up, everyone? What's going on? It's Lugo back again with Fat to Fit Day 105. And today we had a push day. Started off with some Duffalo bench or camber to bar bench, some people call it. This was a pretty good Duffalo session or just like main bench accessory session. Um, I felt really locked in. I got a good warm up routine going again, and I was really focused on bar placement, gripping the bar a good amount, and then not pausing as long. Because I one thing that I noticed that I was doing was that, especially in hypertrophy, like I'm just pausing too long. Like I need to be doing closer to like touch and go over pause because I feel like I'm just like as long as I'm keeping the tightness, it doesn't matter that much until I really get to strength to do more pauses. And I feel like I'm kind of leaving some good hypertrophy on the table by sitting here and just waiting, for like the pause more. So I forgot to edit this out. So you see my setup here, how I set up. Pull back, set my feet up, pull into myself, and then get my back tight, and then set the bar in my hands, unrack it as well as I can, and then start. It's a pretty honestly good unrack. I feel like one thing that have been forgetting to do recently that I was doing was just like setting my feet better. I feel like for a while I was like not the whole purpose is when you pull yourself behind the bar to set your feet so that way you could put your leg drive further you like put your feet back and it gets your leg drive better, but I was kind of forgetting to set my feet in general there. So I just decided that I'm gonna remember to do it because I kept forgetting. um and honestly, the whole downside of this session, and I don't know what it's been this session in particular, for like the last month, my incline bench on this day has been really bad, and I don't particularly know why. Um, I'm just very confused as to why. Usually it was good for a long while, but ever since like week 13, maybe even, uh, along with my I want to say shoulder pressing on my first push day, it's been kind of like lackluster for whatever reason. So what I'm gonna do with that incline is I was testing going a little bit higher because we have the Arsenal strength bench that I use for everything because it has better pins. On something like this dumbbell shoulder press, I go on pin 3 from the what would it be, top or bottom? From the bottom, I think. So I'm gonna try to do my incline on pin 4 because there's 7 pins. So pin 4 would be dead smack in the middle of it. I do a dumbbell bench on pin 1. And my incline was on pin 3 from the other side. So it would be from the top down. I was on pin 3 for my incline, and so I'm just gonna go in the middle on pin 4 next week. And if it still feels bad, I'll just rotate barbell incline out because it's one of the lifts that's just felt bad. It just hasn't been fun to do. No progression. And not even just like the progression. It's just felt it just like feels bad to do. So I'm gonna go a little bit of a higher incline for my barbell bench. And see if that works because I really do like doing incline bench, but if it just continues to feel bad, I'm just gonna take it out and just I don't know, maybe do like a hammer strength incline or an arsenal strength incline like a machine or something. Just to see how it goes, but we'll see. Cause I did do that today, and it felt good, but there's no guarantee it's gonna feel good better next week. So, um, yeah, we'll see about that. But honestly, I'm really happy with how this session went though overall. Outside of incline bench, everything just felt really nice. I got a really good pump in my chest and my arms. I was trying to simplify the session a little bit with some of the stuff I was doing, but a lot of stuff I was doing was, or I was gonna do, was taken. So I just initially reverted back to what I did last week. Like this was supposed to be pec deck, machine pec deck, and then I was gonna do machine RD flies just to like speed up the session, just like um standardize my session a little bit. But for whatever reason, that stuff was taken, and the cables were free, and so I was like, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. This is more like, I mean, I like doing this more, but just for the sake of time, this is a little bit more to set up and get warmed up on. But hey, if the other shit's gonna keep being taken, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, you know. Um, and I'm just trying to keep everything moving, because I think I am gonna start to feel the weight loss more. Um, I kind of felt it today. I don't know if I just didn't sleep that well. I was a little bit tired, but um, like I noticed the first thing that really takes a hit when I start to cut is the endurance of the workout, like how I feel exercise after exercise, and then the strength starts to go. I feel like I can maintain my strength for a little bit, but what really goes is the consistency between the first to the second to the third and so on of exercises. Just gets the quality of them just gets worse, or the endurance. So I'm just doing my best to just keep exerting even when I'm not feeling that great. Because the worst thing that you could do on a pretty like harsh deficit is to let your effort drop. If you start to let your effort drop, you're gonna lose muscle and strength at a faster rate than you would if you kept it high. And I think a lot of people kind of do the opposite, where when stuff starts to get hard, they start to work less and not have the intensity as high. And I think that that is a complete opposite of what you should be doing. For the most part, when I've been cutting, I've managed to keep my strength probably up until like the last 32 or so pounds of where I'm trying to be at. And my goal is 215 of probably by the start of next year, maybe like February, March. And maybe if I could get it before that, that would be good. And I'm honestly considering staying around that body weight. I really wanted to cut to 180, but if I were to cut to 180, I'd just bulk back to 200, like 215, because I really think that that's where my best leverages are. I've never been under 215, but whenever I've been at that weight, I feel like I've been the strongest, and I have the best leverages for squat, bench, and deadlift. And that's my goal, right? I really just want to be really strong and generally strong, especially in those three lifts. Because I am going to return to powerlifting at some point. That's always been the goal, and I think that that always will be the goal. I kind of did some some soul searching, and considering potentially competing in bodybuilding and delving down that route. But the more that I thought about it, and the more that I continue to think about it, I just don't care for the competitive aspect of bodybuilding. I like the gym bodybuilding and everything that's in the gym, but I don't particularly care to be judged on stage posing. Like I like posing, but I don't care for the competitive aspect of it at all. And that's not something that I need to step on stage to know. Like it just doesn't appeal to me. Um and especially just getting lean and your training performance suffers, like I just don't really care about it. So that was kind of something that I had to think about, because I do like to compete in something. Like I like that competitive aspect and the outlet of it. And powerlifting, since the first time I competed in it, I've loved to do it. I've competed three times, and it was within like 2 years, 2.5 years, where I competed three times. Haven't competed since then because I went down a bodybuilding rabbit hole. And then when I came back, I was like, I don't particularly like. I like it, but I just wouldn't care to compete. And if I don't really want to compete, then what's the point of training in that? Because I could still train bodybuilding while I'm doing powerlifting, because everything outside of the big three is accessory movements, but you train them, you should be training them in a bodybuilding style way, and pretty hard at that, to be honest. So I could still train that way and eat towards a bodybuilding lifestyle, because I believe the most efficient powerlifters should be eating similar to bodybuilders, albeit more fat in their diet. But you could still live that lifestyle without being a bodybuilder, you know. And that's just my tangent. But this video is about to come to an end. I kind of talked about a whole lot of nothing, but if you guys enjoyed, consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 106 and some pull. Thanks for watching.